corona is millions of times hotter than the sun's surface? That's an open question in science. And so basically every solar astronomer in the country in this path is asking that same question. So those are two big questions we're still asking.
And those weather balloons will be getting observations all the way through the 4 layers of the atmosphere before we get up there. And I just heard a greedy boo from the crowd, meaning that we are going to see, there it is, the diamond ring.
Happy birthday, Mayan!
Oh, but the boos come because they just witnessed something extraordinary. And you know,
yes, Carbondale.
Ginger and Jedidah, 4 minutes and 8 seconds, though. 4 minutes and 8 seconds of totality. That's so much longer than 7 years ago.
Correct. So that's the beauty of a solar eclipse, right? Every one is different. So in this solar eclipse in 2024, the moon is actually closer to the Earth than it was in 2017 during the solar eclipse. And so you're getting a longer time to appreciate this moon shadow. And really, every time you see an eclipse, you're going to see something different and something special.
That's the beauty of any of our atmosphere and beyond, right? Like everything is quite unique. And I have to just say that when I learned about storm chasing, when I went on my first storm chase, I remember seeing far out in a field, it didn't hurt anyone, my first tornado. And the emotion that came over me in the power of nature is exactly what I felt here. And that, I can't emphasize enough. You can feel it in your core.
Never gets old. It never gets old. Never.
Well, you guys, it's infectious, by the way. Your love of science and everything celestial. We were feeling it. 1 minute, 15 seconds to the next city, though, so we'll check back in with you both. Thank you so much, Jedidah and Ginger. Indianapolis is up next, and Gio Benitez right there at the Speedway with all of his NASA friends, and I gather a few friends from Indianapolis, too, at this point. Tens of thousands of people turning out, right, Gio?
Tens of thousands. So we have 50,000 right here, David, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is getting quiet. It is getting dark. It is getting exciting. And I've got to say, it's not just the temperature dropping, but we are feeling the chill. Got to look up here for a second because we are just getting closer and closer to totality. And I have here a mother-daughter duo watching along with me. We've got Charlotte and Eileen. This is your first eclipse. What's going through your mind right now?
Oh, this is so cool. More than we thought it could possibly be.
What about you, Charlotte?
Yeah, this is so exciting. It's getting so dark.
And you can feel the breeze.
And you can feel the energy. You can hear the crowd right now because here we go. We are approaching totality right now. What an event to win. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is absolutely spectacular. Even with the thin clouds that we've been seeing here, you are seeing it crystal clear.
Oh my God.
There's Jupiter right there. That is Jupiter.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Look at, and I've got the Lacey family here. Oh,
to the left, Venus to the right. Can you hear us?
Yes, and that's exactly what we see.
Oh my God, that's so
Yes, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now in the sky, crystal clear, and you're seeing that gorgeous eclipse right now. Incredible to think about the moon, the sun, and the earth all in a perfect line right now. Just absolutely incredible. The Lacey family's right here. Yes, all of the celestial bodies, Lindsay, absolutely. And I just want to talk to the Lacey family right here because this is unique because we have two children here. We've got Chet and we've got Addison. He wants to be a race car driver. She wants to be a scientist. You're excited.
Yeah, this is so cool.
That's so cool. Back to you guys. Incredible.
Hey, Gio, I was just curious because we've been talking throughout the show about how this isn't just something you see, but something you experience. And so give us a sense of what you're feeling in this moment.
Oh, Lindsay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about all of the hardships that we cover at ABC News because that's what happens in journalism is that we go and we tell these stories, and so many of those stories are people who are living through their toughest times. And here, everyone is together. Nobody is divided. Everyone is unified and looking up at the sky together and seeing that we really are this small on this planet. And I like to tell people, they say, you know, do you want to go into space? And I say, wait a minute, we are on the best spaceship possible right here. And we could see out through it with what an incredible window we have out of this spaceship Earth.
that.
Very profound, Gio. Thank you. And we're hearing this repeated over and over again as these moments play out across America. Samara Theodore, meteorologist with ABC News. We know her from Weekend GMA. She's right there in Indianapolis, too. And Samara, just describe the moment.
David, you know, my job is to speak, but right now I am speechless. Carl Sagan talked about how we're this pale blue dot, and I get it. I thought I understood, but now I understand. This is so different than back in 2017 when I was DC and I was in the partial eclipse. What I'm looking at right now makes me feel so small, so insignificant, but so significant. It truly is a humbling experience. And I'm an atmospheric scientist, but this is so scientifically spiritual. Right now, I can see the corona, I can see Jupiter, I can see Venus. I'm almost at a loss for words, but the energy is palpable around me. Everyone, this is unbelievable, right? And you feel so connected, right? Yes. It is just some type of experience that you have to have at least once in your lifetime. I'm so grateful to be here right now. And Gio cried. I said I wasn't going to cry, but Gio, oh my goodness, now I'm about to cry. David, Lindsay, y'all got to take this one. I gotta look for one more second. Oh, look at that, absolutely beautiful.
Oh, please, you have 25 more seconds. You should take it in, Samara. For a scientist like yourself, you should absolutely take it in. Jennifer Lopez with National Geographic, not the J-Lo that we know from the radio, but Jennifer Lopez from Nat Geo, the data scientist. And Jen, I know this is extraordinary for you too.
Yes, David, Lindsay. Hi, David, Lindsay. Yes, the other J-Lo. I'm beyond emotional. I'm so speechless also, as Gio and Smart have been saying. The emotion here, the experience, we just are now starting to see light coming back. And I saw some little hints of solar flares when Samar was talking about the corona and the prominence. And this year, because of the proximity of the moon to Earth, it's just absolutely astounding. I can't wait to see all the incredible science and all the incredible research that's going to come from this moment today. And now we're starting to see a little bit more of the light coming back. And I have to say, also with my colleagues, I'm getting a little emotional myself. And of course, they're playing the score from Space Odyssey, one of my favorite space movies. So it's just absolutely incredible today. Back to you.
And before we let you go, you were talking about some of the solar flares that you were seeing. We've been mentioning Bailey's beads throughout this experience. And if you can just explain for us, obviously it's named after Francis Bailey, the astronomer, the Englishman, who back in 1836 was able to explain this phenomenon. But just for the people at home and for us, exactly what those Bailey beads are when we see it.
Yes, and actually Bailey's beads are one of my favorite details of watching a total solar eclipse. The Bailey's beads are actually the little hints or glints and shimmering of light. They look like little beads of very bright light that you're seeing that's crossing through some of the valleys and craters of the moon. And so it's absolutely beautiful to catch that. And you see it just before the eclipse, and also just right after, you get hints of those lights. Back to you.
Yeah, those tiny slices of lights through the mountains and the valleys of the moon, and it reminds you that the moon's surface is what it is. Francis Bailey, 1836. Yeah, that's our science lesson for each other.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I want to get right back to Robin Roberts and Whit Johnson teaming up for this moment, and the skies are already darkening here in Burlington, which means they must be changing there behind you two.
I have to say, I had to put on the temperature has dropped, so I had to put on the blazer. I have chills. It has nothing to do with the temperature is why I have chills. Just the moment and seeing people so excited to witness it for the first time.
And you see how quickly it starts happening. It's getting darker, and on the horizon, starting to see colors from this 360-degree sunset that will start appearing as we get into totality. And we're deeper and deeper into the umbra, the moon's shadow. How far away are we here?
It's happening.
We still got a minute or so before we're in totality. But something to consider here. Forgive me, we're just taking it all in.
It's like what Samaras just said. You know, we're journalists and we're supposed to speak and play-by-play and all that, but you just want to lay out and witness it.
And it's a reminder, too, for people who are in other parts of the country where you'll see a partial solar eclipse. Those glasses always need to be on when you're looking up at the sun. But then there's that moment there's that moment once we see the diamond ring and we move into totality when we can remove the glasses. And here we are about 30 seconds left as the moon shadow is moving over Cleveland right now in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 25 seconds left.
And the countdown is on. Look at it.
All right, I don't want to miss the scene on the ground. Here we go. Here we go. Any moment, to that diamond ring. The last glimmer of the sun, flickering, it's disappearing. We're all there. 3, 2, where's the diamond ring?
Whoa!
The Bailey's beam!